What's up, YouTubers? I don't know if you guys can see it too well right there. Let me get this wiring. Alright, so this is the passenger side. I don't know if any of you guys watched any of my other videos. Doing the head gasket, 2010 Dodge Ram 1500, the 5.7, 8th letter in the VIN, a T. Now that we got past that, we had coolant with oil in it, but no oil with coolant. So I did a block test and it dictated blown head gasket or cracked head or cracked block, something to that nature. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go over the steps that I did to get to this point here and explain to you guys why and when, where, what. Okay, so you do not need to remove the radiator for this. I did that because mine was bad. I needed to clean it out and flush it. So we'll go ahead and start with this side, the passenger side. As you can see, I took the fender wells out. Easier access to get to the exhaust bolts, even though you still climb under there, whatever. So we went ahead and removed the fender well, air box cleaner, disconnected the battery, undid all the wiring harness here, 10 mil bolt for a ground, and this harness here, some clips with zip ties like this that go across and up, and then I did all the injectors and all the coil packs, and then I just kind of let them hang, and then I undid all the injectors and coil packs on that side, took coil packs out, then I went ahead and undid the alternator and power steering, and then I went ahead and did the one bolt off the intake, which there's one here and then another one, and then it bolts up to the block down there. So that you got to get rid of that, and then it altogether it's 10 bolts to get the actual air intake off. I left the throttle body and everything on there. 3 bolts here plus one more right there, so 3 for the power steering that go into the head, and then the one right here that goes into the head. Got the plenum off, went ahead and took the actual valve covers off here. Went ahead and took the actual valve covers off of here, and this is just something I kind of always did before, like even when I was 16. I've always done it this way, where I kind of just get a piece of cardboard, punch some holes in it, line it up, and then I make sure that I write down this one touches the rocker, this one sits in the motor, this is intake, and H rod went in exactly what lifter hole and all that good stuff. So I just went ahead and wrote stuff down showing that this is how it was, and it just makes it easier to put together because I am not trying to machine the heads and go through all that. I'm just trying to simply fix the problem at hand, which is oil in the coolant. I'm pretty sure it's just, I'm gonna say it's a gasket, but I'm definitely gonna clean this all up and hit it with some cleaner and see if I could see any cracks or anything like that. The one thing that I thought was very weird or interesting is on both sides in the rear. Let's see if I can see it this way. See that port right there? That one is the one that has the most gunk and sludge in it. So I'm hoping there ain't a crack over there where those lifters sit. I don't know. So I got to do a little bit of research tonight when I sit down. But for the most part, they all have some nasties in it. So if it was getting coolant, I would imagine it to be like super duper clean. Like that one's kind of clean, but it ain't like terribly like where it's been washed by coolant and burnt off. So I'm gonna just say we're having that issue with the coolant. So I'm gonna see what I could spray in here to get that off, get some of that carbon build off, get it all cleaned out, air blow it, try to clean out those passages, and just get everything ready to where I can start putting the heads back on tomorrow afternoon. I'll definitely show you guys that as well. So just a little bit off topic, sorry, but here we go. So yeah, you go ahead and get the valve covers off. There is a tight sequence on these, or loosening sequence, sorry, to these, and pretty much it's middle ones, then you do 2 3, then you go out, and then on the other side it goes the other way. And then the dealership says there's 10 yield to torque bolts. I got 10 out of the head where the valve cover is, plus another 5 that are up there holding those bolts there. So I don't know if I'm gonna get those 5. It's 10 more, 5 little ones on each side. These are the torque to yield old ones, and these are the ones I was talking about that were up higher. Those, and then that was probably the only really bolts that I would be worried about replacing. I'm doing a thermostat for sure. My thermostat was like done for, and I pulled it out and it was in 2 pieces pretty much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that all fixed, and it was missing this rubber diaphragm on both sides. So yeah, get that all done. Like I said, doing that, I pulled my radiator out. You don't have to. I don't know, I kind of glad I did, because I was able to squeeze myself in there and stand on that swing arm, or the sway bar, and the little skid plate down there, and then my other foot here or whatever, and it gave me enough room to get back in there comfortably and get all these bolts off. I left my exhaust heads on. Some people say take it off. The kit that I bought from Dodge has the header kits in there. I just did those 6 months ago, so I don't know. I might torque them and look at them. I don't know. See how much this goes into. Try to see if I can get this all cleaned up, and then get it all oiled back. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with this day 2 of this build. But I'm gonna go ahead and see what I could do tonight. I might do I don't know, I have it this far. I might just put a new water pump, or at least pull that water pump off and put a new gasket, make sure it's nice and clean. Just don't want no contaminations for sure. But like I said, it's definitely a plus to remove those wheel walls, the splash shields for the fender splash shields, whatever you want to call them. They just make it for a lot more easy access. Yeah, so there you have it. The book calls for about a 10-hour job. I've came out here about noon each day and worked till about 5, so I'm about eating up the 10 hours, but I'm taking a radiator out, and I've done a lot of other things on top of that. Just plan on keeping this truck in the family for a while, so we're gonna go ahead and do it right. So if you guys want to see how it's done right, and not a quick 5-minute video on how and this, and music playing in the background blaring, and they're just pointing and you're not even hearing nothing. So definitely subscribe, hit that like, and follow. Appreciate it, guys.